Welcome to the next video from Moonbot series. The topic for this one will be how to create a successful strategy. I chose this topic because I love creating and testing new strategies, and also because a lot of people is struggling with creating them. I have been creating and testing the strategies with Moonbot for about a year now. During this time I gained a lot of experience, so I'll try to share this experience with you guys. To prove that I'm not just saying things, here is my results screen from December. I turned the strategy on 14th of December, so it's been running only for 17 days, but it already made over 700%, as you can see. Now that I am done with the intro, let's start with short introduction of strategies that are available in Moonbot. First one is Telegram. This strategy is meant for receiving signals from Telegram. For example, signals like this. Second one is called drops, and just as the name implies, it's meant for catching price drops, as you can see on the video. Third one is for wall detections. It detects walls on either bid or ask side. On video you can see a wall on bid side. Next is pump strategy, meant for very fast and high rises in price. This strategy is mostly used for catching pumps sooner than they are announced on some Telegram pump groups. Next, moonshot strategy. I would say that this is the most used strategy in Moonbot because it's easily set up. Moonshot strategy puts price some percentage under the average price to catch down spikes. After that is volume strategy. It has a lot of indicators and it's harder to set up, but it's also very rewarding. Basically it's delta and vol strategy combined, plus some new indicators. Then volume slide strategy. It's meant for a gradual and I would say slow rise in coins, like you see here. Then waves strategy. Well, I never used it. After that is delta strategy, also very popular strategy. It's easy to set up and it's mostly used to detect price rises. After that is manual strategy. It's for scalpers, for people that do day trading. It allows them to set up stop loss, trailing and so on for their manual trades. Last one is combo strategy. This one allows you to connect two of any strategies together for better results. In this video I will show you the process of creating, testing and tuning the delta strategy. But this process can be used to create any strategy mentioned before. When first testing your strategy, change your Moonbot to emulation mode, so you won't lose any money while testing. After that, start thinking about how the market works, how the prices move and so on. Then think about how would you take the advantage of the market. For example, I thought about the price rises and that I want to buy the coins that rise. For this idea, delta strategy is very good. So, if you have thought and chosen what strategy you want to create, head to the Moonbot website right away and read about all the indicators in this strategy. This is very important. You need to know what indicators do what if you want to tune this strategy. After that, let's create a basic strategy. While setting it up, set everything like this. Those settings will allow the strategy to have the most detections possible. When you are done, just run the strategy and see how it detects. Once we see that it works, we can change the settings so they are more precise. Since there is a lot of detections, we know that the strategy works. Now we will tune and test the strategy. We head to strategy settings and edit it so it only buys coins that rise higher than 2% in last 3 minutes. I say that those coins have higher chance of continuing the rise than coins that rose only 0.5%. Then let's look at the filters. Most rising strategies only work good while the Bitcoin is not falling, because if it's falling, 90% of the altcoins are falling too. So delta strategy is mostly used to catch price rises. So we want Bitcoin to not be falling. Due to that, set up the delta BTC mean filter to, let's say, minus 0.2. With this, the strategy won't make any detections if Bitcoin fell more than 0.2 in last hour. Next, buy price. Let's lower it to 0.2 so it doesn't buy so high. The lower you buy, the higher profit you get. Sell price. I would say that sell price 1 is a very good start, just to see how prices move after you buy. Stop loss. The same as buy price. Let's set it to -1 for the beginning. Once everything is set up, start the strategy. Then head into the results screen and put in new starting time. So you only see the trades made after your last change of settings. Let the strategy run for some time. Once you have, let's say, 10 to 20 completed trades, you can stop the strategy and head into the results to see the trades. Click on each trade and analyze it by looking at why it sold in profit or in stop loss. If you see that the most coins could have been sold higher than your sell price, head into the strategy settings and set sell price higher, or go into stops and set up trailing. Also, if you see that most coins that go into stop loss rise up after some time and that they could have been sold by your sell price, if the stop loss didn't activate, lower your stop loss. The order of what you should tune first to last, in my opinion, is this. First is strategy settings, because you want to make the strategy detect at the good positions. After you think that your strategy detects at good positions, go tune other settings. Make the most of those good detections. Second is buy price. Third, sell price. Fourth, stop loss, trailing and take profit, if you use it. Last one is filters. Also, it's very handy to create Excel sheet where you will store all the data. If, let's say, after a couple of days of testing your strategy is in plus, then it's time to turn off the emulation mode and run the strategy with real money. Use minimal orders to test it. This way you won't lose much if it doesn't work. Now that you get the gist of it, I'll give you a little cheat sheet. This process generally works for all the strategies. If you got any questions, you can contact me through Telegram at Bobber2. If I'm not answering, then I'm probably at work or doing something else. You can also support me or buy signals from my strategies. Info is in the video description.